Sagittarius. We're in this really beautiful meditation garden and we have mountains around us and stuff, and I'm really hoping that the wind cooperates with us so we can do the first half of your reading here, because November is going to be a doozy. You guys really need to have the peace and the relaxation and the calm. Talking about the astrology, we have the sun in Scorpio, we'll have Mercury in Scorpio, we will have Mars in Scorpio, Venus will be moving into Capricorn. All of this 12th house energy that you guys will be feeling, and you always do this time of year, there's always this 12th house stuff, but there's this really interesting Mercury and Mars conjunction that's going to happen in the second week of November, and it'll be squaring Saturn, which Saturn is in Aquarius. So Mercury and Mars conjunct squaring Saturn, and that's going to be kind of a volatile, kind of a really iffy time for everything that's going on. And because all of this stuff is happening in the house of your subconscious, you may not be able to see very clearly how it is that you're acting or reacting, or it may just be like one of those things where you think that people are perceiving you, like people are going to perceive you, and you're a Sagittarius, you're like, please don't perceive me, like I don't want anybody to see me as anything other than what I already am, but they're going to do it anyways, and you're good, you know, to the depths of who you are, who you actually are. And this year is showing you in a lot of ways the things that you need to change for yourself in order to move forward. And because this is a time of year where there's a lot of regeneration and transformation, and you guys are familiar with dealing with that in this 12th house energy anyways, the extra volatile the extra anger, the extra stuff that's coming up is really helping you to see how you're restricting yourself, how you're there's nobody else is going to be able to help you during this time. Like nobody else is going to be able to help you to see or to to really like inner knowing, right? Like really getting into your inner knowing, and nobody else is going to be able to help you see that but you. So learning who you truly are, this is a good time to spend a lot of time in meditation, a lot of time in nature. Mutable signs, I'm a Virgo, I have a Sagittarius moon, I have a whole bunch of mutable energy in my chart. And I find that sometimes it's easier for me to meditate when I'm moving because I'm so mutable, and I'm going to give that to you guys. I want you guys to allow yourself to feel the goodness of what your body is, because that's, you're going to be inhabiting your body a lot this month, and inhabiting, all of the areas of your mind and your soul and all of that can sometimes cause you distress. And so when you become aware of all of these little nitpicky things that are causing you distress in your life, or causing you that you're doing for yourself, causing you distress, you can become aware of it and you can change it so you can learn how to thrive. And that's really all this energy is teaching us to do. And for you, it's just going to be a little bit tougher just because it's harder to contend with ourselves than it is with anybody else. Like at the end of the day, we can help anybody out of a problem that they have. But when it comes down to it, are we being honest with ourselves to solve our own problems? Are we allowing ourselves to do that? Or are we only doing that for other people? Because that's a gift that you guys can give back to yourselves, is that honesty factor that you have. So let's see if we can let's see if the cards will, the wind and the cards, and see what happens. I brought some crystals out too, so if I have to put crystals down on the cards, we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, see, and there's this inner knowing that you guys just have this season, that it's a healing time. It's a time for, oh wow, said that and the star came out. And I'm getting goosebumps. So There we are. Yeah, so the first card that came out was the Six of Cups. Sorry for that. I have a new camera too, so this whole thing is just really interesting. So then we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Fool. We have the Star. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords. You guys, this reading. Okay. So, the patient, you know that the sweetness is coming. You know that the thing, remember when we talked a couple months about, like last month it was about like really feeling the love, and then the one before that, you know, there was this sweetness that was coming, and there was this thing that you thought it was. There was this thing that you thought was the sweetness of it. Wasn't turned out to not be as sweet as you thought, but it was a lesson, and it really helped guide you into this next healing phase that we're going into, right? So allowing yourself, and the way that this is going to happen, allowing for you to heal the past, Six of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Hanged Man, is really giving yourself pause and allowing yourself to reflect. That's what is going to bring, because your destiny is right there. Now, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Pisces energy. It does feel like that. If you are dealing with an Aquarius energy, they might not be as grown up. But there's like a conversation that you're having here, and there's movement forward after a time of pause. So I'm not sure if you're in the pause right now, the end of October, the last week in October. There might be this pause that's happening, but the universe is really getting ready to offer you something super, super stable, and it's part of your journey. It's part of the road that you're on and the journey that you're taking. And with the universe just handing that Ace of Pentacles to you under the Star, it's like whatever it was that you've had to heal as you're moving forward, there was this conscious love that you added to it for yourself, and it created like this portal, this opening. And now the universe is just ready to reward all of that. I want you to keep quiet about it. I don't want you to tell people what you're doing. I don't want you to tell people what your plans are. That Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Swords with the energy this in November, all of this Mercury mental energy that's going on, I really feel like just keeping all of your plans, even the things that people think that they, like the perception, right? I said people are going to perceive you this month, and it's not going to be correct. So you let them fucking perceive you, Sagittarius. Let them do it. They're not going to be right. Your job right now is to take a moment. And I want you to feel all the good stuff, right? Like, I want you to feel all of the small moments that create the bigger moments, right? Because that Hanged Man is saying, you know, you're in like a perfect position to start receiving. You know what's really funny? There was something that I didn't know until I started healing myself. I didn't realize that receiving love was actually much harder. The sun is like, my sunglasses somewhere. That receiving love was actually much harder than I thought it was, because I was actually not receiving the right kind of love, right? And so when I did learn how to open up to actually receive real, true, authentic, honest love, it was much harder than I thought it was going to be. So, and that's what, there's this thing that you're allowing yourself to do to really, really open up and expand and heal and balance yourself out. And in doing that, the universe is like, I have gifts for you. So this month is really about opening yourself up to receive all of these gifts. So yeah, really excited for you. I'll see you guys in the extended. You can get that on Vimeo, or you can become a member, which you get a whole bunch of stuff if you're a member. Check all that information out in the description box. I love you guys.